Hi everyone, welcome back to this shortened season 7. After our failure in the Champions League, we have just pushed on in the league and we've got hopefully 3 games today as we look to win our 3rd consecutive domestic double. So hopefully the first game you'll see us win the league, and then we'll have our cup semi-final against Radnički Niš, and then we will have hopefully the cup final. So yeah, and then obviously it's all about building for next season, as we really need to make some serious headway into the Champions League. Yeah, everyone, as discussed, we have just pushed on since that Champions League disappointment after we got dumped out after losing to Bayern Munich. You will also notice that the skin has changed. That's because we're trying the SAS skin. I quite like the fact that I can have the bookmarks. It's just a very convenient way of checking things, and I also just find it quite smart, and you get quite a lot of info from it. So yeah, we basically just pushed on and only had a couple of little slip-ups really. We had one really annoying one against Maros Gat, who beat us 3-2 with an XG of 0.48. To be fair to them, this Nemanja Balakovic goal was an absolute screamer. And then this Stefan Radojicic goal was a free kick from like 30 yards. So fair play in that regard. Typically that we did that just after we absolutely destroyed Red Star 3-0. But then we've had, obviously that defeat to Gat meant that they managed to close the gap on us. So we are currently, brain work, 8 points clear. But they've just played a game more. So if we beat Niš today, we win the league basically. Now, possibly a slightly reactionary move, I don't know. We did do one last little bit of transfer business before the deadline, and we signed another centre-back, Yaroslav Romanchuk from Kyiv for 19.75 mil, but as you can see, he's already worth 32 to 47 mil, and he's not even actually played all that much for us in the league. He has played. I would have ideally played him more, but I think he might have been injured or not. I'm not sure. And as you can see with Kariga and Hishek, you know, we've got 3, potentially 4.5 at least our defenders there. It's just whether Kariga decides he wants to stay or not, because he's still a little bit unhappy about not playing week in, week out. But yeah, hopefully he's someone who can develop really well and push on, and then, you know, we sell for a profit is, you know, kind of what we're doing here. Unfortunately, it's kind of what we're stuck in. Pretty much every sort of foreign player every player that we need to bring in to improve the team is basically foreign. But things could be about to change, because we had Damian Vukovic come through in our youth intake. He's only 15 and he's already looking like he could quite easily start playing a part for us off the bench as a striker. Yeah, really excited by him. Hopefully he's someone who we can handle his development right. Look at that, he's already got 3 goals for the development team, Teleoptic. So hopefully he can push on and he can sort of lead us forwards. Goran Medic, we've touched on him before. Literally, he's, you know, physically and everything wise, he's pretty poor, but technically he's great. He's actually made his first appearance off the bench. So if he can develop a bit more, especially in his teamwork, it'd be great. But his technical attributes are just brilliant. We've also just got one other little bit of business. We've signed Edelson from Botafogo. He's 19-year-old keeper. He looks really decent, to be fair. He is someone who I don't think is joining us straight away. He's joining in June next year. So hopefully he's going to develop even more out in Brazil. And yeah, he's someone who can probably come in and eventually maybe be on number 1. But we'll see. I think we're signing him for 4.3 mil. So we're going up against a team today who we should really be beating in Radnički Niš, and we've beaten them, I think, twice already this season. We put 10 goals past them, if I remember rightly. So hopefully we'll have more of the same today, and you are going to see us trying out that 4-2-2-2 that I've been using the second half of this season, which has worked pretty nicely, to be fair. And yeah, this is the team we're going to go with. We're going to go with Bina, Romanchuk, Stojic, Milicic sitting in front of Lopez, with Bajcetic and Gulo, Jovic and Strash making up the midfield, and then Ristic and Delabasic up front. So yeah, we should be winning this. We really should be winning this. And get our 3rd consecutive league title would be lovely. Like I said, it's a team we should be beating. We are playing these in the semi-final of the Cup as well, so I would expect us to get past them there. The good thing about Romanchuk is he's very, like, two-footed. Like, he's strong on his right, I think, and, like, very strong on his right and strong on his left. So he's someone who can literally play either role. Delabasic is good, but I'm pretty sure he was offside. Yeah, thought he was. He looked miles off, to be fair. Yeah, it went far too early. We have seen a bit of a resurgence of Delabasic this season. He's someone who's kind of just, I've not really realised that he's been scoring goals, but he's currently starting about 21 goals for the season. And meanwhile, Shresh and Alexic are on about 14, 15 goals each. They've been usually playing in that number 10 role, at which Jovic is... Oh, Delabasic is the post. Which Jovic has also been filling in at as the second half of the season's gone on as well. Yeah, it's been working pretty nice, to be fair. Just something just to mix things up a bit in case he's offside again. Just in case the 4-2-3-1 was getting a little bit not predictable from the opposition, but if they were getting a bit wise to it. But yeah, he's definitely off. Just stay on side, dude. I mean, I think a draw here would still do us because we will be 9 points clear of Red Star with a far superior goal difference. So they're not going to catch us, but it would just be nice to make sure. The thing I do quite like about this 4-2-2 thing is with the personnel I use is it's quite easy for me to... he's injured. It's quite easy for me just to change things around. And normally I would have put Striddy on, but I can't because there's too many foreign players on. Yeah, so I put a Beaner out on the left, but I'll probably take him off in a minute because he's not having a great game. And he's also on a booking. In fact, we will do that now. But yeah, what I was saying was I can literally just revert back to the 4-2-3-1 with this if I wanted to, without any problems at all. Because the midfielders just basically essentially shift over, or from playing Alexic, then Shresh goes out onto the left, Ristic goes out on the right, and Delabasic goes up top. It's really flexible in this regard because I can basically play the personnel that I have in each role. So yeah, we've just gone back to the 4-2-3-1 just to see if that gets us a bit more joy, in case we're sort of just struggling to sort of break them down a little bit or get through. If I press play. Who is going to come up with the goods? That is the question. He's offside again. Honestly, dude. So we've made, I think, our last two changes. I've lost count. Maikon's come on and Slivic has come on to allow that to happen. So Angulo's gone off and Maikon's come on for Delabasic. Because Delabasic was... probably would have had a hat-trick if he could stay on side. Nice, he's in. He's in. Oh, he hits the post. Is this going to be one of them? Where the post and offside is their best friend, basically. Because we've hit that inside post again. Come on, I want to get this done today. I mean, like I said, it will basically guarantee us the title anyway because we've got a better head-to-head than Red Star over them. And they can't catch us on goal difference. So it's as good as... Oh, I missed it, just make sure. With a lovely goal. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yes. In off the post. The players are loving that post. Let's just get it over the line. Yeah, they got a second. It's been pretty good defending from Nice, to be fair. They played the offside trap well. And they've managed to sort of keep us at bay quite nicely. Like when we have gotten in down the sides, they've literally just flooded that box to stop anything going through. Slivic finds Maicon, who scores. Not a bad breakout season for us since he joined Maicon. 10 goals. Most of them have come off the bench, to be fair. With like De Araujo and Ristic and Delabasic and that, we've had quite a few options going forward. Like De Araujo, we played as the second striker, as like that pressing forward in the 4-2-2-2 formation, and he's done pretty well from there as well. 3 in a row, boys. 3 in a row. Typical that it's it's away from home, and don't seem to have. Are they just our away fans? Some of them look like they're wearing niche tops. But otherwise, it's pretty empty. It's a shame, really. Nice. Sorry, everyone. I just realised that my mic had decided not to record any audio. Um, so yeah, you will have just seen me waffling on in the first half of that game. Basically, we're just giving away a penalty. Basically, what I was saying was that Mladoska and Vojvodina are the last two teams in the competition as well. So if we can get to the final, we'll be playing one of them. And we've just beaten Gat. We did lose to them. I think we've beaten them twice, lost once this season. And Vojvodina, we've beaten pretty much, I think, 3 times this season. Every time we played them, we've stuffed them. So hopefully we've got a really good chance of, if we can get through here, getting the win. And yeah. So because I recorded a little bit of a link in to this part of the episode, basically we won our last 2 games. We beat Gat 4-2 and Gornak Milanovic 4-0 in the end. And yeah, we made a few little changes for this game. We brought in De Araujo and Maicon because Delabasic and Ristic were both high injury risks. So we got them waiting in the wings to come on, and we've gone with Vitor as the Trek because his passing ability is great. But so far, maybe not seeing quite as much from some of them as I would like. Obviously, we had that earlier injury, which we'll have seen, to Preda, and Maicon's in, and he does score. Lovely stuff with the assist from De Araujo. His little jump kick celebration. Slivic, De Araujo, lovely pass, and Maicon just great first touch to take it past the defender. And he makes no mistake. And he is definitely showing me that he has the potential to be a number 1 striker for us next season, or one of our main 2 strikers, if we carry on with this tactic. I had a backroom staff meeting, and they were talking about offering Delabasic a new contract. His contract runs out in 2 years. He is good. He has his sort of fear, I guess, for want of a better word, of big games has grown to the point where now he just doesn't really like playing in them, which is not something I particularly like or would sort of particularly want to rely on if I can avoid it. So there is interest in him from Frankfurt, and someone else, I can't remember who. If they bid in the summer and it's a decent bid, I could be tempted to sell him, but we'll see. Make another couple of changes just to try and grind this out now, really. We'll bring Milicic in, and he can be the anchor, and we'll put Bajcetic as the DLP. And Rogan for Abina. And we've got one other stoppage that we can make. Yeah, I'm going to bring Maicon off now because he is pretty fatigued. We're going to give a debut to one of our youngsters, Alexander Sevic. Oh, I can't make any more because that was all the stoppages. Oh, because of the first half one for Prida. Yeah, of course. Right, well, let's just see it out. And it looks like we'll be playing Vojvodina at the moment. Which, considering they felt like a bit of a problem team for us at the start of this series, they really have not turned out to be. Whereas Gat recently have been. Their striker, Traore, I think his name is really problematic for us. But, I mean, yeah, as you can see, so I felt like they were a troublesome team for us. And, you know, they beat us 2-1 and then scraped through on penalties. And then if you look at that, ever since then, we've only drawn against them 4 times. We've won every other time. So we did play them in a friendly. Oh, yeah, we did, yeah. But this season so far, we had a 2-1 win, a 2-0 win, and a 4-2 win. So, yeah, I would be relatively optimistic. But on their day, they can cause problems. Well, everyone, the season has finished. We won our last game against Dulica, I want to say 2-0. 2-0. Which means that we finished on 105 goals for the season, only conceding 22, and finishing just a win shy of the century mark. So hopefully next season we can not slip up so much and not lose. See, it's not showing the draws or the losses for the whole season because we're in the group phase there. If I come back out to here, this is what we did in the over the course of the season. See, look at those defeats against Gat and Gorny Milanovac. Look at that. If we'd have just won one of them, they were games that we should have won as well. Livid. Now, for this final, we should be winning. We should really be winning. And this is the team we're going to go with. We're going to stick with Rogan, Pike Kariga, Hishek and Stridi at the back, with Lukic and Šlivić in the middle, and then Šreš and Jovic with Maicon and Ristic up top. We could play Delabasic, but I don't know, something's just giving me vibes from Maicon. He's finished the season really strong, so I'm hopeful that he'll carry that on. So we're going for our 3rd double in a row, 3rd consecutive Cup Serbia, and to go along with our 3rd consecutive league title. That'd be incredible if we can win, do another double 3 seasons in a row. Just keeps us dominant and keeps our reputation growing domestically, for attracting players and stuff. And hopefully, Champions League next season, we've got to go big. We're going to have 5 teams in Europe next season. We're going to have... Also, obviously, going into the league phase. Oh, here's Ristic. Heavy touch from Ristic, that. Going in at the league phase, and then... Oh, yes. How did that happen? Did that take a deflection? Did that take a deflection off their left back and then just drop for Ristic? Just seemed to completely take out the back line. Like, they seem to just completely, misread that situation. No, I don't even think it does. They just completely go to sleep. Fair enough, no complaints. And then we've got 3 teams going into the Conference League. In Stankom, Vojvodina and GAT are all going into the Conference League. And then Red Star, I think, going at the 3rd round, like the round before the playoff in the Champions League. No shouts. Bit of encouragement. Happy with this. Let's not do anything stupid now. Come on. Yes, all day. So Lopez, I was a little bit dubious about him at the start of the season, coming in as number 1, because he made a couple of mistakes, early doors. He didn't look as assured. Obviously, we'd just come back off having Yusufu, and Lopez hadn't really played. And, we rejected bids for him in the summer. We were thinking, no, he's going to be our go-to. He's going to be our number 1 keeper. And then literally just as the season's gone on, he has just turned into just absolutely solid. He does have a couple of dodgy games, and I don't know how much of that is the match engine or how much of that is actually him having dodgy games. Oh, this gives me bad vibes. 46-minute free kick. Is this going in? Yeah. Otherwise, why else would they have shown it? Great free kick, to be fair to him. But yeah, Lopez has generally just turned into a really good keeper. Nearly got to that as well. So, I mean, they did have more chances, but what we can always do if needed is we can just revert to tactic, which I might do. Honestly, that's what's so fortunate about the way both these tactics work, is we can just quickly just do this change, and we don't have to make any subs or change any personnel. Sorry, I'm just constantly just checking my mic's still working, because obviously it just cut out last time. Okay, so Maikon's not having a great game. That's fine. We bring on Delabasic. Jovic isn't having a great game. We bring on Alexic. Not a problem at all. Stridi also not having a great game, so that's fine. We'll bring on Milicic. Kariga's on a yellow. I think we take him off for Romanchuk. Man, a bit more, because we have been second best in this game. The stats are definitely in Vojvodina's favour. We're not really creating anything else. Although, are we about to do it now? No. Rogan could do with coming off. He could definitely do with coming off. Definitely. Thank you, Rogan, Lopez. He's definitely coming off for Obina. Great save from Lopez. Absolutely brilliant save. Come on. Yes. Just play things safe. The board and or the supporters were unhappy that we haven't made the most of set-piece goals this season. Well, there's a set-piece goal for you. Yes, Lukic, great defending. Now is Abina. Yeah, Romanchuk, lovely, playing it out. Ristic, don't do anything stupid. Oh. Just, that was very close. Away, thank you, Hishak. Delabasic. Abina to Ristic, no. Back to Lukic. Yeah, lovely, 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 lovely. Yes. 3-1. Game done. What a counter-attack goal that was. Lovely. Couple of nice counter-attack goals today. Played their way out of that really, really nicely. And then Abina feeds it in, and Alexic has had a brilliant goal-scoring season. I know he's not always started recently when we were doing the episodes, but he's just banging them in. There's 2 set-piece goals for you, whoever it was who was unhappy. And defensive mix-up again. From the corner there, keeper coming flying out, and Ristic is just completely unmarked and just taps it in. Lovely. Another double. Wait, I'm going to show you because I checked it before, and obviously it'll be interesting to see now. Wait till you see some of the team stats that we've had for the squad in terms of like the numbers that some of these players have been putting up. They've been incredible. And we get the confetti. There we go. Nice. So yeah, I mean, we've got Dela Basic on 24 goals and 7 assists. Ristic with 22 goals and 17 assists. Jovic with 18 and 12. Sresh with 16 and 10. Alexic with 16 and 7. Mike on 12 and 4. De Araujo 11 and 8. And we're just looking at some of our loan players here. Alcalde with 5 and 3. I'm going to try and sell him to a Serbian club when he comes back. Got Lukic training with 5 and 4. He hasn't really played that much this season, Lukic, to be fair. With the tactic change, we've been playing a lot of like Angulo and even Zivanovic, our little youngster, wherever he is. Down here, he's played a fair few times in that anchor role. So is Bajcetic. Rogan weighed in with 6 assists down at the bottom. And then, yeah, Vitor, 2 assists, 2 goals, 7 assists. Filipovic, he is coming back to us. So we bought him from Vojvodina, but he stayed there on loan for the season. So be interesting to see what he does. He's obviously very highly rated as a right back. He just needs to work on his passing, but otherwise he's pretty solid. Yeah, I'm optimistic. We've got some really good players here. Really fantastic players. It's just whether they and us can sort of go to the next level, basically. Just have to see, but lovely stuff, everyone. I'm very happy with that. Sort of takes the sting out of a poor season, really. Who else did we have? I think this guy was... No, there was someone else who came through in the the youth intake. This guy, he looks good, like he could be decent. Milos Djordjevic. We've got Cvetanovic coming through nicely. I'll probably start. He's in Teleoptic now, so might start looking at giving him some game time next season. Filip Rajevac looks good as well. Number 10, he looks like he could be really good. So yeah, we'll try and get these some good development for next season. Carlos Bucknor, I think I'm going to need to start loaning him out to see if we can get any sort of, even get close to getting that 4-star potential. Just technically he's just not good enough at the moment. Balovac, I don't think he's ever going to amount to anything. Panic, again, not going to amount to anything. Milic, who's this guy? Possibly could develop into someone we can sell, but yeah. Anyway, I'm at the risk of waffling on as I usually do, and yeah, I'll see you all for next season as we try and turn this round. But yeah, look at that. Oh, so you've got Champions League, Europa League, and then 2 Conference League teams. Quickly, I will actually just say something, because someone else is in the Champions League, and it's Everton. My team, Everton, could be facing them in the Champions League next season. So Chelsea won the Champions League, so they're going through, and United get the 5th spot in the Champions League because of the coefficient thing. So because they won the Prem, the top coefficient. Let's see, it's these 2. They get like an extra Champions League spot. So there'll be someone in the Serie A with the same. It'll be Lazio. So yeah, they get an extra Champions League spot for being the top 2 coefficient teams, which is a bit sneaky, I think, but anyway, Take care, everyone. I'll see you very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.